Hello guys, welcome to my channel again, and today I'm just going to show you a quick view of the Sass. So as you can see over here, I'm in the process of developing a simple website just for learning purpose, and it is scientificenthusiast.com. So do visit this website. But yeah, it's still in progress, so maybe couple of months it is not going to make much sense. But yeah, once done, I will be posting another video with respect to this, and yeah, other cool things that I'm going to learn uh, in this solo project. So yeah, I'm not a UI developer. I'm just I just know very basics of Angular UI and stuff like that. And I came across this Sass, and I have been using this for a while now, but not much, like just uh, Google the terms and the context and topics, and just try to use it. And this is the feature that I wanted to share with you. So what is Sass? So there are three types of uh, you know uh, popular CSS frameworks. So one is CSS, or you can call it CSS3 now, which is the most popular. Another is SCSS, so it is something extension to CSS, let's say that way. And then SASS, okay, so which is the Sass. So this is what I'm using. So these are both the pre-compilers, so they compile their context into Sass. So let me just go over there for that. As you can see, it is syntactically awesome style sheets, and if you just go to learn Sass, then you can see both SCSS as well as Sass syntax. So SCSS, you can see we have defined two variables over here like this, and we are using it. In Sass, the you can see the semicolons and these brackets, they just uh, they're just gone, and this is beautifully looking style sheet extension. And then this code will be compiled to the respective CSS. One of the cool things about this is its rich functionality. So you can see how I'm grouping all the Google fonts inside this node. So I'm saying the class name should start with hyphen g font, sorry, g font hyphen, and then after hyphen there can be one of these fonts that are available. And you can see I'm using it in my header, g font Fredo. So you can see it over here, g font Fredo, and Fredo has its own thing. Okay, and you can also import CSS into that. You can also import Google fonts from the URL. And this is an important thing that I wanted to share. So assume that you have a range defined like 1 to 300, and you know that your font size, your margins, and your paddings are going to be in the same range. So what you will have to do is you will have to create multiple classes, something like this. So for .p20, as I'm saying, padding equals to 20 pixels, margin equals to 30 pixels or 40 pixels for M40 and things like that. So I don't know like which will suit my needs depending upon the I will just while developing I will check on the browser. Okay, this font looks good, or maybe it should be a little bit smaller. So I'll quickly go over to my HTML and change the font to appropriate size. Let's say 120 is too much, so I will just change it to 64 maybe, and then I will just take a look at it. Now it looks good, so I will see. But in order to have this styling applied, you have to have all possible combinations of fonts possible. So let's say I've defined my range like 1 to 300. So any font size from 1 pixels to 300 pixels should be available to me. And how do we do that? We can have simple for loop over here defining our range, and then we can just give dot font hyphen, and you can see this particular syntax. So in order to use variable within the as a dynamic property to the class name itself, you can use a hash and then followed by this bracket syntax. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So this is the beauty of it, the Sass compilation. So just by having this, I have minimized my work a lot. So you can see the compiled output if I just go to view page source, and just to show you guys. So you can see starting from line number this one, so M1. Let me just scroll down a little bit. Sorry about that, very bad scrolling experience, but yeah, here you can see that I have this already classes available to me. So every from 1 to 300 all the way up to 300, you can see every classes I have this, defining the css, and I can just consume them, and I have a pattern in my css. I don't have to write the entire css itself. And yeah, this is what I wanted to share for this video. Stay tuned for upcoming updates related to this web development and much more. They're on the way as soon as I do it in the weekends, whenever I got some time to learn. And this is just an experimental website, will definitely contain some cool things in the future. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.